Godzilla Kai-Sei issue 2 started off right where we ended on that cliffhanger
like,
on the last
literally
issue.
right there at the moment, which was really cool. And so last issue, like, you got Jacen getting pulled underwater by those giant, like, sea leeches, or the nematodes that they call them here. Reminds me of SpongeBob, the nematodes.
Yeah, no, when I saw that, I was like, I was like, they definitely look, they're definitely sea creature-esque. They're definitely Alaskan bullworm. They're also in soil. They eat crop roots.
Yeah.
But like, so they're definitely like a good thing to use as a like, this is a kaiju that leeches off of other kaijus.
Yeah. They were pretty, like, gruesome looking too. And we see Rumi. She, like, just dives in after Jacen on this one and just goes to, like, save him, and she does it, and it's really quick. But overall, this issue is, like, really cool. Like, I feel like out of the 3 series so far, even though we didn't talk about Dead Zone 2 yet or Starship, I feel like this one's been, like, a very, like, I guess because it's the central story of the Kai-Sei universe, like, this one's been very meaty. Like, we are getting, like, a lot in here. Whereas Dead Zone and Starship, it's like, we feel like we're only just getting, like, samples, like, each issue. Like, even though we got into issue 2 of Dead Zone, like, I still feel like we're, like, just starting. And
like, if this was a TV show, it would still be episode 1.
Yes, 100%. And
meanwhile, I felt like Kai-Sei issue 1 was like almost 2 comic issues in one.
Kai-Sei issue 1 was literally massive. And this one I feel like is really big too. But like I said, they're just meaty issues, and I'm loving the art on this series so far. But I guess we can dive into the plot. Let's get back into it, because
So Jacen wakes up in the med bay, and I like that, like, he was explaining what happened with the underwater scene. So he's just like, yeah, Rumi came down, and then next time I know, I'm eating popcorn.
Yeah.
And his roommate is actually the doctor that is taking care of him. I forgot his name, but that's fine because we have a new name.
Marco.
I was going to say we have a new name for him, Little Man.
Yes. Marco is his roommate. We found out issue 1 he's kind of like spying on him.
Yeah. And there was some, we're going to touch more on that later in the issue, but he's explaining to Marco, or Little Man, what kind of happened. And, you know, they have the nematode right there on the medbay table. And Captain Ramos comes in, and it's kind of a scene out of Alien. She's like, oh, it's not dead. Boom. 2 nematodes pop out. And they start chasing Jacen because he's charging up his Kai-Sei punch. Turns out that they feed off of Kai-Sei energy, so he's actually kind of ineffective against them. Yeah. Which, you know, at the beginning, Rumi's like, great, we have this new recruit, and he's now immediately rendered useless. But then the captain's like, no. He's like, this is the best thing, because now we have something that can allow us to... so what was revealed was they were feeding off of Anguirus, and that's why Anguirus was so weak, and the team was able to take him down by themselves.
Yeah.
So
he's like, they're like, oh, we thought we were just really effective for that first battle. Yeah. They're like, nope. Anguirus was just kind of nerfed by these things. They were sucking off his energy.
Yeah, they were definitely doing that. But they what he says is, we now have a leech that can feed off of kaijus to make us a more effective team.
Yeah.
So plan time. So they're going to go off, and they have their own plan. But before that, we get some scenes with Little Man, because Jacen saved Little Man, and then he gave him his last name because it was his last name translated to English. And he's like, he kind of was like a little like, not peeved, touched by that. He was kind of like, oh, that's like really, really sweet. Like, I really like that. So whoever he's talking to on the phone, he's like telling him, he's like, I don't know if he's a bad guy. Like, I'm really turning around on him. He's like, he made me feel, he said it was very human of him to give me a nickname.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that he's not a human.
Possibly an alien. I mean,
it's established in the lore already with Starship Godzilla that there are aliens. They are spacefaring. I don't know if all humans. It could be like a Guardians of the Galaxy situation.
And
where,
then
like,
we even have our dead zoners where they're like kind of mutated, and like, are they really like some of them don't really look human?
Yeah.
Like, so...
yeah, or is he a creation of Lament? We don't really know what the twist is going to be yet.
Yeah.
But something's telling me that he's at least not human.
Yeah. And like, the other thing with this, like you said, like I said from the first issue, I kind of get Captain Rivera. He kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. He's just kind of like...
Yeah, there's something very off.
He's kind of like a dick. So like, and like the way Rumi's branch of the G-Force works, where they're trying to in Japan, they try to treat the kaiju as like sort of natural disasters, and they try to live with them. Where here in the U.S., we're just trying to exterminate them. And like, he's kind of like scoffs at her whole approach to things, and that's why he kind of kept her on the airplane for the last operation. Didn't want her doing anything. I don't know. Maybe he's part of the G-Force, but he's like there as like an internal investigator.
Yeah, there's definitely something.
It could be like
off with him.
He could be there to weed out the corruption. Like he might be a good guy, because so far, like, he doesn't seem like too nefarious. He's given Jacen his popcorn collection. Why does he have so much popcorn in the room? I don't know. It is kind of like an alien thing, Maybe the alien just likes popcorn and just wants to keep eating popcorn, almost like Martian Manhunter with his cookies or whatever, the Choco Crisp. I think he calls those cookies.
Well, we watched the Paper, which is like the Office spinoff, and like for like I think it's like a 8-episode series, and for like the first 6 episodes he's just eating this giant bucket of like Christmas time you get the giant bucket of popcorn. He's just eating that. It's like the whole time, and she's like, that popcorn's been sitting sealed underneath my desk for 6 years.
Oh my god.
He's just like devouring this popcorn for like 6 episodes. So like when I saw that, it like reminded me of it.
That's great.
But it's interesting take on this. Like we don't know what's up with him. We don't know what's up with Marco. Are they in cahoots? Like, is Marco spying to him on the new recruit? We don't know.
Yeah.
But
maybe he's spying for Jet Jaguar. I mean,
he could be spying for Jet Jaguar. We don't know. Maybe Jet Jaguar could talk the whole time.
Yeah.
But anyway, to drive the plot forward, they are on the boat now. They have what we think is just like a few of these nematodes on board, and they're sailing out to sea. There's a moment with Rumi and Jacen that I think is being misinterpreted as them being affectionate towards each other. I don't know, but like, they get like walked in on, like when Rumi's like holding him. But I felt like it was a completely innocent like thing that was happening. I don't know.
To me, I get like the like she's like his new mom. Like,
yes,
he's like, I need a mom, and that's what it comes off as.
But to the crewmates, not as much. We do get some backstory about him. Basically, his parents were working at a science laboratory. He said somewhere in the Midwest. He doesn't know. He knows it's very mountainous, very snowy. And where we know where the dead zone is, I want to say he was probably on the border of the dead zone. And I want to say possibly somewhere in Colorado, like Denver. When I think Midwest snowy mountains, I think Denver. Mainly because of South Park, but I think it's a valid theory regardless.
Yeah.
But it turns out the lab where his parents were working, which is like the mountain across from where his daycare was, gets destroyed by Godzilla, and that's kind of why he's like, Godzilla is my mortal enemy, and that might be where he got his Kai-Sei powers as well.
Yeah, there was like this huge like blast of Kai-Sei energy. Even like the daycare lady that was taking care of him got like killed with the shrapnel from the
but he survived.
He survived. So he lost he's just been through a lot. He's lost a lot of people. He's just been in foster homes, and like he's just been looking for a place to be. Like he's looking for a home.
Yeah. So, I forget the crew member's name, but she walks away.
Nuki.
Nuki, she goes towards what's the gentleman's name?
Incense.
Oh my god, I like completely blanked on these names. He's like filming OF content, I think.
Yeah,
he's like all oiled up in front of his camera with like a tripod.
Yes, and a ring light. Yes.
So I think he's on the OF right now.
Yeah. He's like
I'm filming content.
He's like, sometimes
you come back in a little bit.
He's like, sometimes you gotta oil up. He's like, can you come back later? And Nuki's like, absolutely not, no. And then she's like, oh, then Jack Jaguar comes along and he's just walking by, and then all of a sudden there's just a big boom. The ship's getting boarded by pirates. We got a whole I'm the captain situation.
Yes.
And this guy looks so cool. This Captain Caronero, he's like the leader of the pirates. He's got like this, like, it looks like he took like a kaiju's jaw and made like shoulder
armor
pads
or something. Yeah.
He's got a hood with kaiju teeth necklace.
But he was also crazy overpowered.
Yeah.
So he has to be also like some type of mutant.
Yeah.
Possibly that suit is fused to him. Maybe.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna find out.
Yeah, he's definitely got some Kai-Sei energy flowing through him, like Jacen. Yeah. And basically, the captain knows exactly who he is, and he's like, "Nah." Yeah. He's like, "I'm here to take what you got," and they think it's weapons that the G-Force has, and they open the hatch, and it's not weapons; it's the nematodes that they were gonna use to weaken Godzilla. And they've gotten really big, like gigantic kaiju size big.
Yeah. So it turns out what happens is not only can they self-replicate, and when they self-replicate, they make two copies. They can also converge together to make a giant version of themselves.
Yeah.
So they can reabsorb themselves and just keep reproducing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which is not good if you're filled with Kai-Sei energy, because that's what they eat.
Yeah. And so now they're face to face with this giant thing, and it just begins eating pirates, everybody on the ship, and destroying things. And he goes, "I've heard." And then the pirates has heard tales of this monster. She's called the Mother of the Waters, the drinker of blood and men, Yakumama.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Lament again. He goes, "Oh, how fitting of a name, I suppose." And he's like, "It's only a shame that a parent can name their own." So we know these worms, as we saw on the end of the last issue, they came from Lament. These nematodes, leeches. But they're his creation. Yeah,
interesting stuff there, because he alludes to like he's like destined. He like kind of wants to be a hero, but he's destined to destroy the world.
Yes.
It kind of makes me feel like maybe at some point, maybe he's like a super mutant, like
I don't
he's
know,
like maybe a person that's kaiju sized or gained some type of ability. Or a kaiju that gained sentience through some way.
It is a kaiju.
There's something
in the announcement. It did say it was a sentient kaiju, yeah. But test not with avenging Earth, but destroying it, is what he says. And then we get,
because it seems like he's anti kaiju, right? Like because he not tasked with not avenging it. If you're avenging it, that means you're taking down the kaiju.
He said, "To have children, I must take the seed of my brethren. My lament is that I'm the black sheep."
It's very weird. Like something
he's trying to he's trying to take the Kai-Sei energy. I just don't know.
Yeah, I think we're gonna find out that maybe the Kai-Sei is like life force or something like that, and it's his job to drain it. So if he drains it, it's gonna destroy the world or something.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I don't know. It's just interesting. Yeah, very.
And then we see, as the ship's aflame and this nematode's going crazy, that Godzilla is approaching, and some are already feeding on him underwater.
Yeah, and that's where the next issue is going to kick off, which is going to be really exciting.
It's funny, like some of the things from this series kind of draw parallels to me. Kaiju number 8. You have Lament as sort of like our Kaiju number 9.
Yeah.
And even Jacen is sort of like Gen Narumi, where he was going orphanage to orphanage and just kind of trying to find his place, and the Defense Force kind of became his home, and that's sort of like what's going on with Jacen here now.
Yeah. Definitely, definitely there are some parallels between the two series. You know, I think we have a task force that's taking down Kaiju.
Yeah, I mean...
It's easy to see parallels, but also the Lament thing. And I would say Jacen also has a little bit of Kafka in him with how silly he is.
Yeah.
Although Gen Narumi's pretty silly as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say those are probably two of the most silly characters in the whole series. But yeah, excited to see what is next with the series, and you know this is going to be the main line, so I'm expecting every issue to kind of be a banger, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, with the even just the length that we've covered it in this episode, the other issues that we're covering, we're not going to be talking about as long. I mean, this is just very dense, very good story writing. Not that the other ones aren't, but like this just seems like it's on like another level. Like, like it's meant to be adapted.
It's fast paced, just like we said, like meaty, just like filled, like nonstop.
Yeah. Like these other ones, like maybe you can get like an episode or TV out of the whole series. Meanwhile, this one, each issue could be its own episode.
Yeah,
like it's really densely story packed, so it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
But I guess we're going to be transitioning over to our review of the